Beauty, they say, is in the eyes of the beholder. On today's episode, we're going to be exploring what it means to be beautiful in the modern world. My name is Kanyisola Oluwawemimo, and I'm going to be your host on today's show. The Red Room Dialogue is a show where we explore the intricacies surrounding love, lust, relationship, romance, marriage, and of course, lifestyle in the modern world. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. It's so nice to have you guys here. And today's topic is beauty standards, the role of society and religion. And of course, I have amazing people with me in the studio to help me further this discussion. First up is my amazing co-host, Petra Ude. How are you doing, girl?
I am beautiful and very well. You look beautiful, by
She's so sweet, you guys. Thank you. Thank you. And of course, I have Bidemi Omoba. She's a gospel singer and a beautician.
Hello, my name is Bidemi Omoba. I'm a gospel singer, songwriter, and I'm a beautician. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome to the show. And we have Kanyisola Oluwawemimo. She's an aesthetician. She does your fillers, your body sculpting. Like, if you need Botox here and there, she's got you. How are you doing today?
Very, thank you.
You even gave me your scrub, so I know that you're about to give us your expert, professional opinion. I love that.
Of course.
I love that. All right, ladies, beauty standards, the role of society and religion. Like, let's start from like beauty standards. What propelled the beauty standard? What is the beauty standard? Who set it? Who are the people that said that, okay, it's certain kind of people that are beautiful and certain kind of people are not? Who set that standard that we are all desperately trying to reach?
I think that's the beauty standard is set by social media, what we see on social media, and like on TV, Instagram, and all that. So there's no beauty standard anywhere, and with time it evolves. It's not that it's a particular one. With time it evolves, and it's set by social media and all that we see on the screen these days.
Interesting. I think I do agree with you. Do you agree with her, Bidemi?
Yes, 100%, because we are actually most of the time affected by what we see. Sometimes, especially if it's like continuous, something we see every now and then. You open your phone and the first thing you do is you see a very beautiful lady with a very perfect body, and then you start wishing that maybe the person was you or something. So I think it's actually, like she said, it starts from the media. Most importantly from the media, and probably partially from peer pressure and what have you. Yeah, so I think I agree with what she said.
So what we see is what educates us on what everybody should be. I guess you're right, because I remember growing up and it was the models, the supermodels back then. So you had to be slim. I remember as a teenager, I was praying not to get too fat.
Yeah.
And
Why?
Yes, because I didn't want to be too big.
For the media.
Yes.
Well, while I agree with everything that you all have said, I have a slightly different opinion.
Okay.
We know that we feed off things that we've seen from social media, but there are things that we see in our immediate environment. while I was growing up, my mom used to do this thing where she uses nail polish for her eyelash. I don't know if any.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I am serious. And so over time, I remember I was in just 3 at that time, and we're going for this church anniversary thing. And I took the black nail polish and I applied it on my eye. It burns the living hell out of me.
Oh my God.
But I'm just trying to emphasize that it's not about all we see on screen, because at that time I didn't have access to phones. Yeah, it was now a matter of what I am seeing. My mom, my elder sister, my schoolmates, my teachers, and also.
So you're saying societal pressure?
Yes,
Okay,
yes, it also
interesting.
influences.
It's all part of societal pressure. So I want to ask you guys, what ways do you guys think that beauty standards have evolved over time? Like when you started your career to now, like what were people doing when you started? What was in vogue when you started? And what is in vogue now? Like in what ways have they changed over time?
Okay, let me just cite myself as an example. So back in those days, I used to like not be bothered about how I look, you know. I feel like I'm just there. I'm just okay. But as time goes on, I started like watching Instagram. You know, I started seeing celebrities with their, you know, perfect body and their perfect dresses. And then, you know, it started dawning on me that I think I can look this way. I think I can look like this person. You know, so because of that, you know, sometimes I try to like watch what I eat. I don't want to be too fat. I want to look like this so person. Okay, there was a time I was crushing on this lady, Adesua, because people say,
yes.
she's so beautiful and we almost have the same shape of face. So I kind of like, so I used to check her posts like, you know, a lot of times. And the more I check, the more I try to like,
Look like
I don't even look like her because I'm just me. God has made me the way I am. So, but then I feel like a lot of things that, you know, people now enhance their bodies, they work on their boobs to get more attractive. I don't know, it could be based on personal reasons, or it could be, you know, probably because they want to look like maybe a superstar somewhere, a celebrity and all that. So I feel like a lot of things have evolved like so far now. We have people that want to have the perfect breast, you know, when they put on they want to have a very slim waistline that is almost invisible, you know.
Where's the waist? Where's the waist?
Snatched. I can't find it, you know. So I feel like a lot of things are just evolving every day. So, and the more we pursue, the more things are evolving. So, and the more we need to realize that we can't be perfect. We can't be perfect because the more you work on your hips, the more your boobs is kind of telling you that I'm now bigger than your
I need to catch up. I need to catch up.
Yeah, let me bring it over to, because people always say, oh, it's social media. I looked on Instagram. Before we had social media, we had magazines. We had magazines telling us what to look like. So do you think that the influence of social media, is it different from the influence that magazines or TVs they had back there? Do you think that social media has like its own different kind of pressure, or do you think that magazines were also equal to that?
Okay, I feel back in those days that it's just magazines and TV. They have a particular time, probably once in a month or once in 2 months, that the magazines come out and we get to see what it's in there. But these days, as soon as you open your phone, it's everywhere.
Oh, it's
It's
more
in your
access.
face.
It's not our face.
Hey.
So with now social media and all that is what we see every day, is what we live our life on and all that. Unlike those days at this particular time, magazines come out all the time.
So then I feel like back then, whatever you want to watch can be controlled by either your parents or your guardian. But now almost everyone has access to phones, even kids. So sometimes when my daughter is watching something, sometimes I quickly like want to know what she's watching, because before you know it, you know, maybe she sees something like a filter that has a crown and she starts saying, "Oh, you want to come and see? I have queen on my hair. I have something." So I feel like, just like she said, back then, it was like controllable, but now I think it's just all over the place.
Interesting.
Which I think is not, far from the answer. But Laura, I'm sure that we are both on the same page.
Yes.
So based on you, I mean, you're an esthetician, and based on your line of work and everything you do, what is the popular thing people come into your beauty lounge for?
Almost every day, I have clients coming for face rejuvenation. They always wanted to look like someone, and most times they usually come with a particular picture of what
They actually come
they
with
want.
someone.
Yeah.
I want my nose this way. I want my lips like Kim. I want my waist
Kim
like
Kardashian.
Token Makiwa. I want my butt like Kim Kardashian. I want my waist like what's this other Ademoye Bimba Ademoye is like like seriously. But most times when they come, when you look at their figure, I don't have a choice than to tell them that, I'm sorry, you cannot get this particular shape, or it's a gradual process. But when they come, they'll feel like when they are leaving your lounge, they want that perfect shape, that perfect figures. So most times I tell them the truth. I'm sorry, this is not possible. You can't look like so person, but you can get something close, and it can be instant results. It has to be like a progressive thing like that. So when they come to my studio, they want something else, they can't get it, I tell them, or if it's going to be a gradual process, I tell them also.
How do they deal with that kind of situation? Your clients, how do you think they deal with it when you tell them that this is not achievable? How do you think they deal with it?
Stubborn clients.
Stubborn clients, they'll be like, you can do it. I know you can get, you're very good when ski. I know you can, I've seen what you've done. Sometimes I tell them, okay, you've seen what I've done, but that is bimbo, and you are Kanyisola. You can achieve, like someone with round face will just want to have an oblong face, just like that. And I'll tell them, we don't do magic in here. Even if you go for surgery, you can't just get that particular look. I try to persuade them and tell them, sorry, you can't get, and those that want it, I'm sorry, I don't think I can do that. And
so you would rather keep your hands off rather than doing a bad job?
Yes, definitely. I'll keep my hands off.
Or what about you, Bidemi? When your clients come to you and they say they want to look a certain way, you're a makeup artist, you don't want anybody to look clownish. Maybe they tell you to put the blush from here. How do you deal with situations like that? Yeah, they want to contour their nose to be like French.
Yeah, so for me, I've had a lot of experiences. I've dealt with so many clients. Some clients will come and they will tell you that they will show you the picture of how they want to look, especially like I want my nose. I get that a lot of times. I want my nose to be slim. I want you to contour that nose very well. I remember there was this woman that I did makeup for, and then she was like, the eyes. I'm like, ma, she has a bulgy eyes and your eyes are small. So how do I please tell me, ma? And she'll be like, no, don't worry. I have my foundation here. Use it. I'm like, it's not the foundation that would result to this eyes looking like this, man. And some of them will argue with you, and at the end of the day, what I just tell them is, see, ma, you are you, and this person is whoever they are. So try as much as possible to accept yourself. You can only enhance your beauty. You can't change. This is is temporary, not permanent. You cannot. Okay, you can even have the makeup for a whole day. You can't have it all year. So you will still come back to you. So why don't you accept yourself and just enhance and appreciate the person you are.
So what a very interesting point. This conversation is very, very interesting, and I cannot wait. But we have to go on a short break. When we get back, we'll narrow it down to the religion aspect of it. We'll look at it, beauty standard, and how it relates to religion, the influences beauty standards and religion have on each other. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. We are still discussing beauty standards, the role of society, and religion. Yeah, before the break, I said we're going to narrow it down to the religious aspect of it. Over the years, what is acceptable in religion has changed. Churches have become they've adapted with the times. They now allow for a little bit of modern times. Like you have all this Gen Z church. Even before the Gen Z, you have like, you see, it's a youth church. You see them dressing trendy, fashionable. What are you guys' thoughts on it? Like, I know you're a gospel singer, so you're deep in the church. Like, do you see some people and you're like, these are not real Christians? What are they wearing?
I'm not part of them.
Oh, really?
Yes, because so like back in those days when I used to be in the choir, I remember myself and my friend. Shout out to Tayo. She's one of the sweetest girls in my corner.
Tayo, we love you.
Yeah. So I remember when we used to be in the choir then. The rules and regulations was you can't paint your nails, you can't have your makeup on, you dare not put on a skirt that is like just on your knee. It has to be flowing, So then I remember that on Sundays, I do not even like people seeing me on Sundays because of the way I'll be looking. I'll be looking like someone that is coming from the farm, like one housemaid that escaped from the village, So, but then I felt so uncomfortable because they didn't allow me to be me.
Yourself.
And there's something I used to tell people that let people come the way they are so that you can know how to advise them, how to teach them. If I know that, this lady is, she's having issues with dressing up decently, but if I've already tell her to I've already put the pressure on her to always dress, she won't be free, she won't be accepted, you won't even see the real her. So most times allow people to be themselves. So I remember then on Sundays I'll be like, God, please don't let, especially my crush, don't let my crush be around here.
I get that crush. I get that crush.
I don't want that's my crush to see me. And back then when you're singing, you have a lot of admirers and all. But if you see me during the day, you wouldn't even say, this is,
recognize
So I feel like churches or whatever, religion institutions should allow people be themselves.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So do you agree with the way churches have changed now? I know some churches, some people will be going to church and then you see, church, Lily, in Lobai. Is this one going to church too?
Gone are those days that some churches, some churches don't allow trousers.
Yeah,
they do.
Yes.
They do. And for some that do not allow it, you see that a lot of their youths are pulling out.
Yes, they were losing the youth at some point.
Yes, they're pulling out. I remember my mom saying, this is our church. It's not even our youth have gone. We can't even find someone that'll be. I said, you have changed everything. You say no trouser, no this and that. Don't do makeup, tight scarf. Everybody wants to look good. Youths will always be youth. You understand? Trendy. They just want to, So I think we need to do better.
Petra, you were going to say something.
Yeah, so something recently happened to me. I went to a particular church that my mom invited me to. I wore a gown going there. And then I got there and I asked, am I supposed to tie a scarf? Because in my church, I don't tie a scarf. So I do not know. Then mom was like, yes, now you're a Christian. I say, Christian supposed to tie scarf to church. I said, Ma, I understand you, but I just want to know because it's different for each. And this one was arguing with me right off in front, like someone I just met for the first time, she was arguing with me. And in my head, I'm like, what if you now come out of this environment that you are in and then you move to the city and see how things are really done? So it's just to buttress what she has said about churches, accepting people how they are. I'm so sure that woman, when she was speaking to me, I'm sure that her children in school or her children outside probably wearing trousers to their churches. Yeah. But she felt it as good to, chastise me for not having anything on my hair. I even offered to use my jacket as a scarf. She was like, no, it's not a proper thing for the hair.
Seriously?
Yes. And this was very recently. So it's not every church that has evolved. But it would be really nice to know that churches are embracing the modern style. Modern and decent. Yeah. The decent and modern style.
Okay. So what brought about this religion point of view is that a popular Nollywood actress, she got married over the weekend. And this particular Nollywood actress, Sharon Oja, for those wondering, I have known her to be a Christian woman. She has always been a Christian. Like, I know her to be like that. She's always quoting, like, the Bible, praying, like, she's like that. So she's getting married, of course. She went to the chapel, she did everything. And I think later in the evening, she wore a toque kind of top gown, actually. She wore a
Beautiful,
gown.
if I must say.
And then, she looked amazing. And I didn't see anything wrong with it because I'm like, oh, yeah, Sharon, Christian woman. Like, my identity of Sharon in my head is Sharon, amazing woman, Christian woman. Like, who doesn't want to be like Sharon? And even in her bio on Instagram, Proverbs 31 woman. Woman. That's what she wrote there. I even had to go and read what it means. And I was like, oh, okay. And then somebody came online and said, why would a Christian sister be wearing this? This is not very Christian-like. And then there were comments that, yes, it's not very Christian-like. And I'm like, as the doctrine changed, is it possible to be Christian and fashionable? Is it possible to be a Christian woman in the modern world? Is it possible for you to, let's just take it from there. Is it possible to be a fashion person? Like, you like fashion. Sharon loves the fashion. Is it possible to be fashionable and Christian?
Okay, to me, I saw all the dresses she wore, and I love
every single one.
I believe she's just being Sharon. Being born again or being a Christian, fine. Her outward looks matter, but what she wore, it's very fine. And being a Christian doesn't mean, with what she wore doesn't mean she's lost it as a Christian. I believe it's right in her mind, in her heart, and not the outward look. And I didn't see all her boobs outside or her butts outside. So what are they talking about? Is that she should wear sutana or what for her wedding or what? I don't understand. So I'm okay with what she wore, and I can wear that also as a Christian. So I don't know about them. So what do you think?
I feel like as Christians, we should even be more attractive because we are trying to win souls, right? Yeah. So I feel like if you're looking good, I would want to serve that you're good.
True.
If you have money, I would want to serve you're good.
Definitely.
What are we talking about? So why don't you just? I used to tell people that stop saying Christianity has to do with being sober, being moody, dressing as if you want to sleep at night, wearing pajamas, wearing Olia Dandao. In fact, just only your eyes that we want to see, because the Bible even says heaven's is a road is made with gold. Okay, so let me cite an example of this lady Adahehi. That sings Jesus something. Yeah. So there was a time that I was watching Experience and I was looking at her hair. She was having this, beautiful human hair wearing, and then her clothing. I'm like, this lady is doing fine. She's blessing. I'm blessed. You understand? Like the administration was just blessing me because she looked good. You understand? So another example is Somisola Agbebi. She's looking good. She's trendy. She sings well. Everyone will want to listen to her. So it's not until you cover your head from, I don't know, like you don't need to cover
some
every
of
part
these
of
gospel singers that you mentioned, they've come under fire a couple of times that they are not Christian-like enough.
I feel like it's left to them to actually accept whatever anybody has to say about them. I think they need to be more conscious of what God feels and their assignment, their purpose. So I think that's the most important thing. When you're doing something and your conscience is not against it, I think you're fine. Yeah, I think you're fine. Though there are chances for checks. You can always get checked up by anybody that this your clothes is too revealing. Can you just adjust it? That one is different. But accepting what people have to say, just because at the expense of your own peace of mind, I don't think it's nice. So I feel like you can still be a Christian and look good.
True.
Interesting. Let's take it over to Muslims. Okay. I am a Muslim.
Okay.
And, being a Muslim is like you're understanding that there is no pleasing anybody. Because we have different types of Muslims. We have the niqabis for the women. We have the niqabis. Yeah. They cover everything except for their eyes. And then we have the hijabis that open their face but they cover everywhere else. And then we have the people that just like put their scarf, just tie their scarf around their body. And the niqabis will tell you that the hijabis are not Muslim enough. The hijabis will tell you that the sisters that use scarf, they are not doing it well enough. That it's not Allah enough. So you just have like people commenting. And then the breakdown is just like nobody. Because even the niqabi that you're covering everywhere, if you should spray a perfume that is too strong, they can say that you're doing too much. Or you're wearing a color that is too bright. because as a woman in Islam, you're not supposed to be too noticeable, you're not supposed to attract too much attention to yourself. So anything could shift that balance. So you could be called out at any point in time. So it's a very difficult line to try to navigate and say that, okay, I want to be a modern woman and I want to still be connected to my creator and still like serve God and everything.
Okay.
For me, I'll just say that regardless of your religious denomination, salvation is personal. Whatever you speak to your Allah or to your God about is between you and your God. It doesn't have to do with any other person. As long as you're convinced or you're decently dressed and you know that, oh, this I like, this I approve of, my husband, if you're married, approves of it, my family members approve of it, I do not think what other people say is actually, sorry for lack of a better word, meaningful. Because it's my life. My life, my choice. Now, while I know that I'm not supposed to dress in some certain type of way because my religion doesn't allow it, I must always be sane enough to know that I'm supposed to dress well so that I can always attract people to want to know the kind of God that I serve, to want to know the kind of God that I worship. Because it's how you dress, that will make people address you. Oh, I like you. I like what you're wearing. Where do you worship? Where are you going to? Especially on the Sunday. I've had a lot of compliments. Compliments. Oh, you're dressing well. I like it. Where are you going to? I'm going to church. Which church? And they follow me to church. Same thing goes for the Muslim. So it is the way you dress that they would address you. You can't expect to dress like a and you expect to get good remarks. You understand what I'm trying to say? So it's a personal thing. You people that are looking for validation where there's no validation.
Very solid points, Petra. So let's come to Kanyisola. Kanyisola, do you agree with what we're saying, that you should try to balance being a modern woman, a fashionable woman, and still serve your God?
Yeah, let me talk about what you mentioned about Muslim sisters. I see some Muslim sisters and I'm like, wow, she's so pretty. I love the way you did your hijab. I love what you're putting on and all that. And I appreciate them, even as a Christian sister, I appreciate them. And I'll see some Muslims, I'll be like, is it the same God that we are serving? Please, though, I don't think I want to serve this your God and all that. So we need to be trendy, not that we should open our bodies and all that, and also serve our God from the depths of our hearts, so that people will see us. They say God is love. If love should be written all over us and not the other way around, so we should look trendy and also serve God properly, so that people want to know the God that we serve.
Okay, very, very interesting conversation, as I said earlier. So just for final notes, is there anything that somebody has asked any of you to do that you're like, I can't do this thing? It's not because you won't be able to physically achieve it, but it just doesn't align with your beliefs. Maybe as a religious person, or like as a Nigerian, we are Africans at the end of the day. There's something they ask you to do and you're just like, no, I won't want to be any part of it. Because you know that there'll probably like be repercussions later or it won't come out well. Are there anything like that?
I think one thing I would not want to do is probably enhance my body to probably please anyone, or I don't know. I can't. The only person I'm so interested in pleasing is my God. And as long as I have peace of mind, I think I'm okay. And then concerning my look, I think we have body shapers. If I want to go to parties, I can wear them. And when I get home, I remove them so I can breathe. Yeah. You understand? So let the slim or let the shapeless breathe.
And breathe they shall. Kanyisola, do you have any procedure that anybody asked you to do and then you were like, my hand is not there, I cannot do this? So
okay, yeah. There are some body shape clients that come to you and they want to do a particular thing and you know that it's not going to look good on them. I'll definitely tell them no, because some people want, okay, sorry, let me say this. Some people want a bigger ass that's bigger than their body. In years' time, you'll not be able to
your legs,
move and all that, and you even look funny. There's some things that some clients will want that will make them look funny, and I'll just tell them, oh, I'm out of this. I don't think I can do this at all. And for ladies to work on their body, I don't see anything bad in that, but it's when it's in excess that's like, oh, this is bad. So that's
Well,
my own.
there's a myth that if you start doing surgery, you won't be able to stop. Because once you fix your eyes, then you see something wrong with your nose. Then you see something wrong with your lips. Before you know it, you are like 10 surgeries deep, and you are just chasing perfection that does not exist. These people have like hundreds of beautician surgeons on call that they will just need to call that, oh, this thing is paining me, come here, oh, gym people. They have like the best equipment.
And I'm sorry to cut it short, Olawa. It's so annoying that some of these people do not even allow their body to heal from the first procedures they do
before jumping to
the next one.
I have a client like that. There was a time a lady came to me that she wanted to feel her chin. Okay, I felt it and I felt it was enough. 2-3 weeks after she came again, she wanted to feel it. I just touched her and I said, okay, not now. Maybe she'll come back in 2 weeks' time. I just made her. It wasn't even up to 2 weeks. She came and she said, okay, now I want to feel more. And I said, okay, maybe you have to go somewhere else. But for what you have now, I feel is perfect for your face. So it's true. When they do something, they want to keep doing it and doing it. And that's very bad because it will definitely have repercussion.
I feel like everything should be done in modesty.
Modesty, yeah.
Right.
Feeling your jaw the first time, I think you should be satisfied with that.
Really?
But I'll keep going back to like, we need to cut down on how much time we spend on social media. Because you wake up in the morning, before you say, oh, I want to pray to God, you're like, hey, look at this fine woman.
Sharon, don't marry you.
You guys, on Davido's wedding day, that was the first thing I said. I just thought, Davido,
And you keep scrolling.
I haven't even prayed yet.
You just keep, before you know, you would have spent like 2 hours. I'm like, where am I?
Oh, I've not
even brushed.
I almost called in sick that day for because
I would have dragged you to work. I would have called you, Petra, where are you?
Well, sorry.
Do you understand? So we need to like spend more time on better things than on social media.
What a riveting conversation. I've learned so much from you guys. Thank you so much for coming. Petra, of course, kisses. And Bidemi and Kanyisola, thank you so much. I've really learned a lot. I didn't know that gospel singers and beauticians could stand by side.
Yes, now.
Yeah, no.
Maintaining steeze and composure.
Alright, Kanyisola, thank you so much for coming. It was so nice to have you on set today.
Thank you too. I learned a lot from everyone too.
Oh, you're welcome. It's a pleasure. Alright, guys. To follow the conversation, you can follow us across all social media platforms at The Red Room Dialogue. Of course, I remain your host, Kanyisola Oluwawemimo. Until we meet again. Bye.
In for a beautiful ride in the red room. All your doubts you feel, we cater to. We dot all the I's, cross all the T's. That's what we're here to do. Yeah, we'll take you on a journey. Everybody, let's go. You better speak your mind.